Hello there, it's Nick Dutch back on the camera yet again. Warning, this video contains a certain quantity of speculative drivel. The information I'm going to give you today is either stuff I've pulled out of my arse, or I've watched in someone else's YouTube video and I can't remember who they were, or I may have read somewhere or overheard someone saying. The subject of this video is, why do witches have pointed hats? Or should I more appropriately say, why are witches depicted as having pointy hats? Well, tall hats are a fashion from the rustic periods of the United Kingdom and Europe during a certain period in history. They remained popular in Wales and Cornwall for a long period of time after the advance of Christianity within the Western world. But the tall hats you see people in Wales and Cornwall wearing in like the old pictures, they aren't pointed. They rise up. They may taper inwards a little, but they have a flat top. So why is there a point on the top of their hats? Or why are they depicted as having a pointy hat? Firstly, because it looks weird. That's right, it is done because it looks weird. If you think about the rise of Christianity, which would predominantly be an urban phenomenon, it would be appropriate to create stereotypes of the out group, so to speak. So the witches would be portrayed as having hooked noses, warty skin, and hats that look really rather silly. So we got a combination of two different factors. Number one, the fact that this is a rustic or a borderland tradition. Number two, the fact that you've got Christianity growing in the cities, and Christianity sees itself as being more civilized than, of course, the rustics. What else could be contributing to the growth of the idea of the images of witches having pointy hats? Possibly the growth of male-dominated medicine. All right, witches are perceived as being women, because in ancient times it would be the women who would more or less run a society. The men would spend all their time hunting and gathering and fighting in wars and all the rest of that, and therefore men were relatively expendable. Women would, of course, be the mainstay of the society, and their jobs would be to basically rear the young, prepare the food, and heal the sick, and help with childbirth. And so, therefore, women would be very important, almost priestly figures within ancient societies. I think that's called a matriarchal or matrifocal society, community, or family, if my knowledge of sociology hasn't completely deserted me. Never mind. So, again, why pointy hats? We've got to think about who was responsible for the dissemination of information. When the printing press came about, who owned printing presses? Wealthy people. Wealthy people probably had a business interest in, let's say, the medical profession. The medical profession would have been male-dominated, and therefore, if they were to provide any form of fiction about this out-group, all right, there would have to be women, they'd have to be ugly, they'd have to have pointy hats. Apparently, bats are a popular symbol for Halloween because parts of the bat's body was used in healing remedies and the rest of that during a certain period in our ancient history in Britain and Europe. Probably likewise with spiders. I don't know. Just a wild hypothetical guess. Alright, I'm going to leave a link to someone else's channel who explained this stuff a lot better than me over there. And I look forward to rambling at you one more time later on. Bye for now.